What's good, Atlanta? This is What's Good Atlanta, finding the best news that really matters. I'm David Perdue.
And I'm Mark Kendall. Each week, we'll give you a rundown of uplifting or even unusual stories from the universe known as Atlanta, as we all try to find a little something that's good. David, what's one thing that's good with you this week?
Okay, so last week, I was in Vegas for the All MLB Awards.
Yeah.
Which was crazy good. It was a good time. Shout out to Roy Wood Jr. for having me out there. Sarah Tiana, Georgia's own. It was a great time.
Yeah.
I got to meet my absolute favorite baseball player of all time.
Yeah.
In Andrew Jones. I got to meet Andrew Jones.
That's fantastic.
He was very nice. I took a picture with him. He was not only my favorite baseball player growing up, he's my grandma's favorite baseball player.
Yeah.
And I just want to take this moment to shout out Andrew Jones.
Yeah.
One of the greatest center fielders of all time.
Yeah.
Greatest brave center fielder of all time. And I want to shout out and call out any of you Hall of Fame voters. Stop being a coward. Put Andrew Jones in the Hall of Fame. 10 consecutive Gold Gloves. One of the greatest defensive center fielders of all time. Still got the best smile in the game.
Yeah.
And was just a nice guy. And he was so fun to write jokes around. So Andrew Jones, I salute you. That made my whole, that's 9-year-old me losing his mind.
Yeah.
Losing his mind. Current me had to be like, yeah, just be real professional. So Andrew, we're going to do this, and that.
Right.
9-year-old me was like, eek! Like, you know what I mean? So I just want to shout out Atlanta Braves legend, Andrew Jones, for being super cool. Yeah, how about you?
You know, I went to a cool event the other day. It was put on by a couple different organizations. One of them was the Latino Community Fund Georgia, and they unveiled the State of the Latino Community report in Georgia. And so they had done this really great job of researching the Latino community throughout the state of Georgia, and then they made recommendations at the end of it. A lot of it was about, like, in particular, like health needs and things like that, or mental health in particular. It's really informative. I don't know how the release schedule of it works, but it'll be out there and available for the public. So just really interesting. Because a lot of times those things get, at least when I've tried to break down some data, I get overwhelmed with it because it's just so massive and so much of it. But what was cool about this event was that they had people that were breaking it down in like very easy to understand ways.
Yeah.
And allow for questions, so I gotta shout them out. All right, let's get into the headlines you might have missed. Here's what's good with the news this week. In big news this week, legendary restaurant Bankhead Seafood had a grand reopening party with dignitaries such as Ambassador Andrew Young and Dr. Bernice King in attendance. Rappers T.I. and Killer Mike helped reopen the community staple, which was known for serving delicious seafood and hush puppies to the west side of Atlanta for 50 years before closing in 2018. When asked about the new menu, T.I. commented, "You can have whatever you like."
Yeah.
Shrimp on deck, Patron on ice.
I love it. All right. Zoo Atlanta finally announced the name of their baby sloth, which was born back in August. After months of deliberation and more than 2,000 suggestion submissions, the new baby, the son of Nutella and Coco, is named Rolo. Mark, is this a good name for this sloth?
You know, David, I think it's a great name for this sloth. Primarily, I'm hoping that whoever submitted that name now has the confidence to pitch whatever idea that they have. If they're an adult, let's say, the next meeting they're in, they want to pitch a wild idea. I hope they have the confidence to do that. If it's a little kid, I hope that they have the confidence now to be like, hey, my ideas matter and they're important.
I like that.
Yeah.
I will say, if they were going a chocolate thing, could have been a better chocolate.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking chocolate, I would have maybe gone $100,000.
$100,000.
You know
That's
what I mean?
a cool name.
Yeah, I might have gone with Reese's Pieces Panda.
Yeah, Young Kit Kat.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I might have gone with Snickerdoodle Panda.
Snickerdoodle definitely would have been in
there. The Hershey's Panda.
Yeah, or Lil Kiss.
Yeah. Oh man, Lil Kiss.
I'm putting Little in front of all of them because he's small.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's tough when you get called Little when you're little because you got to grow up. So that's on me. My bad, Lil Kiss. AKA Rolo. You just be regular Rolo. But I just think if we was going chocolate thing, we had other chocolates.
Yeah. Well, I think that overall they were in the right ballpark. But while that can be the name, there's room for other nicknames.
Nicknames. I'm gonna call you Lil Kiss when I see you.
Right.
I'm gonna go to Zoom let me see Lil Kiss. I'm like, who? Okay, Rolo.
Right. Now, some news out of California. 3 people. All right, David. All right, this story's wild. All right, so 3 people were arrested this week for insurance fraud. It seems that they filed a claim for damage done to their vehicles. Now, the vehicles were a Rolls Royce and 2 Mercedes, some nice cars, right?
Right.
There were scratches on seats and doors and had sent in videos of a bear breaking into the cars.
Oh, no.
But it turns out that the California Insurance Department has responded by saying it wasn't a bear in those vehicles.
What?
It was someone in a bear costume. Now, David, I've got so many questions on this one. All right? What was the actual initial damage done where they had to restage a bear break-in, right? Did one of these cars get keyed or did someone punch out a window? What happened, right?
Yeah.
Two, do you think they went through a full pre-production period for the videos, like costume fitting, film crew, location scout, character rehearsal?
Interesting.
Right?
Okay.
3, what has happened to you in Atlanta where you should have had a friend jump in an animal suit to file an insurance claim?
I just want to say real quick, I saw the video. It was on like a Ring camera.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they saw video of any bears ever. But one thing I know about bears is they do not walk on their knees. This was clearly a human being in a bear suit. Even to the scratches. Those scratches were so uniform as if it was 4 little pencils. Like it was the softest scratches, as if the bear really cared about the leather.
Right.
It was so poorly done.
Right.
That honestly, I don't know. I'm curious to think, what were the ideas that they were like, that's too far.
Yeah.
I'm so curious about the ideas that didn't work.
It's almost like they were like, we don't know what a bear moves or looks like.
Never seen a bear.
So why would an insurance company? It's an auto insurance company. They don't know anything about bears.
Yeah, they do though.
Yeah.
Because anybody does if you've seen any Discovery Channel show.
Or every 10th video on Instagram.
Everyone.
Is someone getting a little too close to a bear.
Okay, y'all, it's been a few weeks and Atlanta sports have been sporting, which means it's time for It's Sports.
It's Sports.
Okay, David, give us 60 seconds in the life of an Atlanta sports fan this week.
All right, real quick. Chris Sale is Cy Young Award winner. Phenomenal comeback season. He might should have won Comeback Player of the Year. Phenomenal pitcher. I'm not going to say the season was wasted because, we got a lot of injuries. But one of the big bright spots was the pitching of Chris Sale. Just a phenomenal year. And we hope to have that next year. The Dream hired Karl Smesko.
Okay.
I think that's how you say his name. He's from Florida, some college in Florida. I'm not sure the college. All I know is that he's here now. I love that Ryan Howard was at the press conference asking about what he's going to do. And I think that we're going to have a fun style of basketball coming to the Dream. A lot of offense is being focused here. So we're going to get that ball moving and we're going to get a lot of shots up, which I'm excited to see how we build this roster. The Atlanta United plays Orlando on Sunday.
Okay.
Again, like I said the last episode, shout out to Atlanta United for still, listen, again, I was unfamiliar with your game, but I love that we're still in it.
Yeah.
You're going to do probably what a lot of Atlanta sports teams do, which is like, look at us. And it's like, oh no, look at us. But that doesn't stop me from cheering on you. Okay. I know we're underdogs because we weren't supposed to win the last series that we had. There's no way we're now favorites.
Yeah.
But that being said, Atlanta is an underdog city, and every now and then we surprise you. And so for Atlanta United, I'm like, yo, keep this thing going. I appreciate all the work you're doing, and I'll be cheering for you, okay? And as far as the Falcons are concerned, hey, man, thank goodness we got a bye week. You guys need to go home, ice your wounds. Maybe that mile high air got to you, and it was hard to breathe. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But we gonna act like last week didn't happen. We gonna act like, you was like, oh, my bad. What are you talking about last week? That game doesn't exist to me at all. Hawks, we're finally healthy. I'm excited about what's going forward. For the first time, we've had our full roster all year. So coming up this week, we'll have that. It's an exciting time to be a sports fan. And again, last week did not happen for the Falcons. None of that exists. We didn't make Bo Nix look like a real quarterback. Okay. Yeah.
And that's
It's Sports.
It's Sports.
And finally, this week, WABE's own Lois Reitzes, host of City Lights with Lois Reitzes, celebrated her 45th year on-air year at WABE. She's the longest-running voice on air in Atlanta, known for her incredible interviews and vibrant support of the arts community in the city. David, you have any Lois stories or favorite interviews?
Yeah, so I would say my favorite Lois story is the one that has not happened yet, and it's where she interviews me. Because that will be the story that will get my family to believe in me.
Y'all have a great conversation, by the way. The
Yeah.
two of y'all would be great.
I would love to talk to like I've listened to her forever.
Yeah.
And so it would be amazing. And that would be the one I feel like my family go, I think he's doing something. I think like she would so validate every move that I've ever made in entertainment.
Yeah.
So please help me, give me the gift of validation. By just, you don't even talk to me long. I don't know how long the interviews are normally, Lois. We can keep it short. We can do it. I'm in WB. We can just walk the halls with a recorder. It could be 2-3 minutes.
I was going to say, you should just kind of like approach her in the halls of WABE.
That feels a little creepy, Mark. I'm not going to lie.
Well, no, I didn't mean
but
like
I'm willing to do it.
I mean like a Zoom, like, like email her first. Be like,
yeah,
yo,
of course.
can I come through? Just do like a quick interview just for us to share. Yeah.
Just have a conversation with me and put it on and record it. Yeah. And then I'll show my mom.
Yeah.
And then she'll believe in me. That's where I'm at with it. Yeah. Mark, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been interviewed by Lois a couple times, I'm proud to say, and it's been brilliant every time. The thing, all right, so David, we've talked about this before. Yes. I was like, you've said correctly, comedians are artists, and I feel like when I talk to Lois, she talks to me like an artist, meaning like she takes the work seriously. She always has like very deep and interesting questions. Yes. But then she also asks about me personally as a person.
I know.
So it's just like, there's really nothing else you can say,
This is why I want this interview so bad. Mm-hmm. I'm like, finally.
Also, you talk to anyone in Atlanta, and like when you mention Lois Reitzes, everyone smiles because they love her voice.
Absolutely.
But really, I mean, just to repeat what I was saying earlier, it's just like she really tries to get at like the heart of whatever it is that you're trying to do with your work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just amazing work.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lois. We'll be right back with this week's top story.
Welcome back to What's Good Atlanta. So next week is the Thanksgiving holiday, and just in time, Atlanta was named the #2 best city in the U.S. to celebrate Thanksgiving.
That's right. A recent study looked at factors like the number of holiday decoration stores, restaurants, on-time flights, and charities. Atlanta only trailed behind San Diego, California. Mark, what kind of truth do you see here?
Well, I mean, I see the truth in the fact that Atlanta is one of the top cities to celebrate Thanksgiving. However, David, I will also say that the truth that was missing is that we're actually #1.
We are #1. Mm-hmm. You can't be a holiday destination season person on the West Coast. I'm sorry. If you're on the West Coast, you don't get fall. If you don't get fall, I'm not buying your holiday stuff. I'm not doing it. So, like, sure, you give it to... Of course, San Diego's flights are on time. Of course. You have the busiest airport. Right. Okay, we're handling business here in Atlanta.
Oh, absolutely.
You guys get to chill out and surfboard and we're handling real holiday business. People flying to Atlanta, trying to get all up and down the East Coast, so where a lot of people live. So yeah, we're a little busy.
Yeah, without Atlanta's airport, Thanksgiving in San Diego would be canceled.
It would 100% be canceled. Yeah. So yeah, we're #1. It's just like that. You saw when they asked James Harden about how he feels about being #2 on the all-time list, and he was like, Steph Curry don't count. I'm #1. This the same thing. San Diego, you don't count. You're a nice city that don't ever get fall. You don't count as a cool place to be. We get it. You get sunshine all year. You don't get to have the best holiday as well. You don't get to have that.
David, hearing all this from both of us, I think this gives us good reason to run a
Top 5.
Top 5.
Okay, so David, let's run through the top 5 best things about the week of the 4th Thursday in November in Atlanta. So once it's the week of Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving itself, that is when I start watching all the Christmas movies guilt-free.
I love that.
So there's a bunch of great ones, a bunch of new ones, and also movies that are not technically Christmas movies, but have like a Christmas vibe to them. Like, for example, the National Treasure movies. Because Nick Cage is out there doing things that are impossible.
They are impossible.
They could only be possible with the magic of the holidays.
Yes.
Yes. So that's one thing that I look forward to.
All right. So you're talking about media. This is a very specific one. I love Thanksgiving because it is the first week I will allow people to call Outcast Players Ball a Christmas. Like, it's a short window.
Yeah.
And it's the first week I'll allow people to say, that's a Christmas song? I know it's true all year long.
Sure.
Get your trivia out of my face the rest of the time. Okay? In July, don't bring that up.
In July, you're in the car. It comes on, someone turns it down like you know it's a Christmas.
Stop. Yes, I know it. It doesn't mean anything to me until the week of Thanksgiving. And now I'm like, you have about a month left to keep saying this trivia that I know is true all year long.
Yeah.
But get it out there. Otherwise, save it in April. Save it in June. I don't want to hear it. It's just a cool song to me the rest of the year.
Yeah.
But in that week, that's the beginning of that season for me.
Ooh, you know what? I'm going to say scarf season for me.
Ooh.
I like a scarf every now and again. Now, my collection of scarves, not that expansive. Okay. Mainly because I'm in Atlanta, right?
That's true.
But, however, I feel like November, December, perfect time to be wearing a scarf, around the neck, keep them warm. It's wonderful.
Mike, I think you look good in some scarves.
Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Get those scarves going.
Yeah. No, I got a couple ready to go. But you know what? This is the year I expand that scarf collection.
Also, even if it is a little warmer, try it out.
Right. You know what? I can do that. Honestly, all I'm doing, if it's a little warm and it's a scarf, all that means is I'm a little eccentric.
Nobody's afraid of a little neck sweat.
Maybe a little academic. You know? Yeah.
It's definitely academic.
I'm a professor.
You look like, listen, if you put a scarf on, Mark, you like you give out homework.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But like in a cool way.
Oh, absolutely. Like, get this to me Tuesday.
Yeah. But if you can't, let's just come on my office hours. Let's talk about it.
Right.
That's
Learning's an experience.
Exactly.
I don't give out grades.
Come on, man.
You know?
You get it.
Yeah.
You get it.
Yeah.
All right. Another one. This is a personal one for me that I love about Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if everybody has experience, but my mom can cook. She's very good at cooking.
Yeah.
Something about Thanksgiving, it's like her Jordan flu game.
Yeah.
She shows up. Okay? And it's not to say she wasn't cooking all year, because Jordan obviously was great that whole year, right? Jordan was the greatest of all time. But something about Thanksgiving, I'm like, I didn't even know you had that in you, Mom.
Yeah.
Because she don't make all these dishes all year. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know this woman almost. And, you know, she's out making all type of stuff she don't make. And I'm just like, where was this at?
Yeah.
In June.
It's kind of like I needed to remind y'all.
Yes.
I think you all may have forgotten.
It's that reminder game.
I still do this.
I still do this.
Yeah.
Get out of my kitchen.
Right.
I'm literally cooking. I'm literally cooking.
Yeah, I'll just be in the back playing Glorilla Let Her Cook.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
Yes. So shout out to, I feel like all moms are like this who can cook. They're good, and then they go, watch me work. Like, this is my time to shine.
Yeah. No, my mom's very similar in that it's just like, this is a, step back.
It's go time.
You know what I mean? Like,
flu game.
These sides.
I know I'm down. I got this. I got this.
During Thanksgiving, I will sometimes get some more fringe sides. You know what I'm saying? So they might be like, all right, Mark, so you got to bring something a little different. The basics, we got covered. So what are you going to bring to like surprise us? Bring a little flavor, So Thanksgiving is the season when I look forward to trying to find like, okay, what's that new side?
Yeah.
Maybe people haven't tried yet. They're still going to be good.
You introducing new sides on Thanksgiving?
I'm trying to like mix it up with different sides.
Yeah,
so for example, last year, a couple years past, I tried with cream corn in a slow cooker, which I don't normally do.
That's good.
But the recipe that I found called for mixing in cornbread mix into the cream corn.
That sounds delicious.
For like to switch up the texture a little bit. It worked out well.
I'm going to say this about your family, but based on what you just said.
Yeah.
Very open family.
Yeah.
Very open and encouraging family.
Yeah.
Let me try some new sides in my family. Now, I might get put out the family.
I want to clarify. The reason I get the experimental sides is because they don't really trust me with other sides. Not because I can't cook, but they're just like, no, you don't have clearance level for this yet.
I feel you. I don't think I could introduce a new side I'm 37. I got probably about 20 more years. A lot of people got to be out the picture. Let me just say that for me to introduce a new side.
Can I tell you a real story?
Yeah.
There was one year I was trying to help out. So I was just like, hey, don't worry. I was young and foolish. I was in college.
Ambitious.
I was ambitious. I was just like, hey, y'all, don't worry. I'm going to handle mac and cheese this year. I don't know why they let me do this, David. And so like I spent money. It wasn't cheap.
Yeah.
Getting some catering for some mac and cheese. I like bought that. And I was like, here, there you go.
Yeah.
Like, and people got mad at me. As I'm sure you can imagine. Not only was additional mac and cheese made to outdo the sin that I had done, I was walking through the kitchen.
Yeah.
And remember, like it was like 2010, 2011, the Miami Heat, and LeBron shoulder bumped Spoelstra.
Yeah.
As he was walking to the bench.
Oh my goodness.
My sister did that to me in the kitchen.
Hey man.
It's like, don't you ever do this again.
Wait,
ever do this again.
Here's the worst. Imagine that you had to take home some of the macaroni cheese.
Dude, I don't know what happened to that mac and cheese. I kind of blacked out the rest of the experience.
I feel you. I just feel like if I made a side, if I introduce a new side, my family just off principle is not going to eat it. And so the worst part is me having to take that new side home.
Yeah, it's like
eat it myself in a sad place.
That's why I try to find sides that are like accessible to folks so they'll at least try it. But it's a lot. I won't call it competition.
Yeah.
There's just not a lot of room.
Not a lot of room. We got expectations.
Yeah.
And they got to be met.
Exactly. There's standards.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's been Top 5.
Top 5.
Before we sign off, Mark, I got to ask a question. What's some good that you're taking into the weekend?
Oh, just the spirit of gratitude, grateful for you, David, grateful for Scotty, everyone here at WABE, grateful for y'all. Looking forward to Thanksgiving and hopefully not trying to mess it up this year with my macaroni and cheese shenanigans.
I love that.
Yeah, what about you, David?
I'm grateful for, likewise, on a double those sentiments, grateful for everybody here at WABE, specific Lois Reitzes.
Yeah.
I want to send a big thank you to Lois Reitzes.
That's a good move.
Who could turn my year around.
That's true.
If she decides to.
That's a good move.
By validating my choices. Or just talking to me for 3 to 5 minutes. It's not, I don't feel like it's a heavy ask. It's not.
Yeah. Love that. Okay, y'all, don't forget, you can always send us a message at podcasts@wabe.org and let us know what's good in Atlanta, be it breaking news or maybe just a bright spot from your drive down Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway.
What's Good Atlanta is produced by us in collaboration with Cool Productions and WABE. Our executive producer is Scotty Crow, with additional production by Matt Owen. Find more at wabe.org/What's Good Atlanta.
See y'all.
All the planes wait.
Don't mess with the mac and cheese.
Good job, good effort. Remember that?
Oh, good job, good effort.
That kid was above the
Yes. Good job, good effort. Good job, good effort.
Also happened, I think, that same season.
I think so. Good job, good effort. Yeah.
WABE.